Well, it is Friday, the 2nd of February, and I got a new purchase. This was on sale at Dick's Sporting Goods, half price. Normally $149.99. It is a Kelty Ashcroft 3. So it means it's a 3-person tent. Or a 3-season tent. I have no idea. I think it means it's a 3-person tent. We're in the backyard. It is about 40 degrees. I'm in a t-shirt. But I probably ought to have a sweater on. We're going to set this thing up. Stakes. That's the rain fly. Here is the tent. There's the poles. Now I'll be the first to tell you I know absolutely nothing about winter camping. But I've always wanted to do it ever since I was a young man. My hunting mentor and I, Dean Snyder, had always talked about going on a winter camping trip. So I'm going to give this thing a test tonight and see if it's possible for me to stay warm in it. And if all goes as planned, next Friday we're going to be hiking into the Tuscarora State Forest, finding a place to set up, and we're going to do a little survival, and then maybe a really early shed hunt, and maybe even some squirrel and rabbit hunting. Right, now, the hook. Alright, we got this. Alright, there's three plastic tabs on each ridge of the tent. I hate when they do that. They just start curling over on you. See that? There we go. Velcro. 2 pieces of Velcro. 3 pieces of Velcro. So you get 3 pieces of Velcro. And get your door in here. Big D. I'm guessing that's something that you don't want to do right before you climb into the sleeping bag when you're winter camping. I might actually have to look at the directions. I hate to do that. Stake out vestibule and all guy lines. I don't know where. I mean, it's just a buckle on there. Seems like there ought to be something else there. Directions are worthless. This is a Big Agnes 2-track. It inflates itself a little bit. I wouldn't say it inflates itself a lot. And we have here an envelope style sleeping bag, which if I suck my gut in and lay as skinny as possible and somebody else zips me up, I can get in it. Which I'm pretty sure is not real great for winter camping, where you're supposed to have all kinds of room and loft and stuff in your sleeping bag to keep you warm. I got this sleeping bag 2 years ago. No, 4 years ago. Whenever I had my Idaho elk trip, and used it 2 nights and haven't used it since. Okay, let's get this inflated. Current temperature 43 degrees outside. Just gonna throw that in there on top of the sleeping bag. I'm gonna shut this up. It's only, let's see what time it is. It is 7:38. So I'm not gonna be going to bed for a couple more hours. Anyway, I'm gonna let that sit in there, the thermometer, and probably go to bed about 10 o'clock. And we'll check back in there and see what the temperature is inside the tent. Just gotta remember not to get my knees all wet when I'm setting it up on the mountain, because that's not good. All right, check back. 39 degrees in the tent. 10:18. Supposed to get down to about 30 degrees tonight, so I ain't quite ready to go to bed yet. But the difference will be when we're in the woods. I won't be sitting in a warm house being perfectly warm all the time leading up to where I go to bed. But there is a possibility we could have a fire, campfire. So,
buddy heater.
A buddy heater, that's for wimps like me. Anyway, yeah, so we'll probably go to bed about 11. I'm not quite ready yet, but 39 isn't really that bad. I mean, I know this shirt shows off my slim physique, but I've got a pretty well protected core area. I got a nice layer. My base layer is excellent. Got an excellent base layer. So, yeah, we should be good to go. Not sure if you can see that. It's 39 degrees. It's about 11 o'clock. Alright, it's 11 o'clock. Since I get in, the temperature has come up to 40 on my body heat. So what we got is some merino wool socks and a pair of wool pants that are pretty loose fitting hunting pants. I got a 36 degree bag And I got a Big Agnes 2-track, which has like 6.5, 6.5 on the R value scale or something like that. I'm not going to be wearing the coat. I'm just going to be inside the bag, and I'm probably going to pull this coat over top of me. Now this coat is a little bit of a cheater. As you can see, it's a heated jacket by Aurora. Yeah, the thing don't want to focus on that. Anyway, this is a heated jacket that I might turn on and just drape over me if I do get cold. If I get really cold, I am about 10 feet from my back door. So downhill is kind of towards that side of the tent over there. So I'm going to sleep with my head kind of up the hill and my feet kind of down the hill. And it says 41 now. So that thing is coming up. I don't have a pillow. Oh, look at that. Right there's a ventilation hole right there. You probably gotta tie it out with the guy line. A little bit of breeze blowing. Anyway, probably ought to wear a sweater. I think I'm gonna. Okay, so I got my knit hat. Let's see where we're at. 44 it says. Since I got into the tent, the temperature's gone from 39 to 44 inside here. I'm going to use the stuff sack for the tent, and I'm going to stuff this coat in it for my pillow. I don't have I hope it fits. Should. If it fits a tent in it, it should be able to fit a coat. Hey, that's not bad. For a pillow, I don't think it's going to be too bad. Alright. The time is 11:18. The temperature is 45 degrees. Temperature has risen 6 degrees since I climbed in here. But it's a mild night out. It's 39 degrees. As far as I know outside. So, here we go. Oh man, that's a pretty nice pillow actually. Well, it's 3 a.m. My sleeping pad is completely flat. There's no air left in it. The thermometer still shows 41 degrees. Inside the tent. Outside. I am starting to get a little bit chilly. Oh. I'm going to try to blow this air mat back up and try to finish out the night here. We'll see if that is possible or not. next couple hours, I think I might be able to make it without using the heated jacket, but I might need it here to get a little warmth back in me. We'll see. It says 44, but I think I got it. It was laying too close to me. I'm going to move it a little farther away. Alright, we got about 3 hours to go until I've got to get up. So, let's see how this last 3 hours goes. Well, good morning. It's 6:09 a.m. The duck hunters showed up out here in the river at about 5:42. Woke me up. Anyway, actually didn't sleep too bad. I got about 3 hours of sleep, 3.5 hours of sleep the first time, and about 2 hours and 35 minutes the second time. So not terrible. I did get chilly this morning. This sleeping pad does not hold air. So it didn't keep me up off the ground the whole way. And let's see. It says 31 degrees. And the thermometer says 38. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. 38 degrees in the tent. I'd say this sleeping bag is pretty accurate in its comfort range. If I was a little bit skinnier, it probably would be it'd probably be more comfortable, a little bit lower on the temperature range. Here comes a train. Well, I gotta get up. Today is butchering day, so we made it. We survived. Well, good morning. I survived. I stayed pretty warm last night. My sleeping bag is too small and it's really tight up around the shoulders. So the lower half of my body that was in the loose part of the sleeping bag stayed toasty warm, but the upper part I got a little chilly at about, I guess it was 5:42 when the duck hunters came roaring in. The geese hunters out there on the river. Anyway, I'd call it a success. My sleeping pad apparently has a hole in it somewhere because it went flat. I blew it up at 3 a.m. and by 5:42 a.m. it was, when I woke up the second time, it was flat again. So I think that might have been part of the reason why I got chilly there towards the end this morning. Let's see what it says. It says the outside temperature is 31. So it's below freezing, and that bag is rated for 36.6 degrees comfort range. I'd say it was fairly comfortable all night, the temperature. So it stayed about 39 or 40 degrees inside the tent just with my body heat, which I thought that was pretty good. I'm not sure if it's going to be next week or the following, but I'm going to make some adjustments to my sleep system here. I'm going to go on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something, see if I can't find a better sleeping bag that fits me a little better. And also probably wouldn't hurt to get a sleeping pad that actually stays inflated. So it's butchering day, like I said earlier, so we gotta take off and butchering 2 hogs today. So, yippee. Yippee, yippee. Well, it's a little after 7, and I've got a hot cup of coffee. It says 34. I don't know if you can see that. $34 outside. And last night, I think about the coldest it got inside the tent was 39. So the idea is to get a backpack camp together and hike up into the Tuscarora State Forest and find a suitable place to camp, set up camp, and spend the night. And then the following morning do some squirrel and rabbit hunting, and then some shed hunting before coming home. I've always wanted to do winter camping, but just never did it. I was surprised that I stayed pretty warm last night. The sleeping bag I have is, I think the comfort range, it says to 36.5 degrees, which it did its job. The sleeping pad went flat twice. It didn't hold air, which is, I guess it still maintains its insulation because you're still laying on it, but it just seemed like when it was flat I was colder, probably because I was touching the ground. So, but I was surprised at the temperature difference between the outside and the inside of this tent. It's a Kelty Ashcroft 3. And that really surprised me. When I got in last night, it was 39, and it came up to, I think, 44 degrees, or 45 degrees. It came up 5 or 6 degrees, almost, within the first 10-15 minutes of me being inside the tent, so that was pretty neat. I was really kind of shocked to see that, but I don't know how it would do on lower temperatures than that. I'm looking at the long range forecast next week. Looks like it's supposed to be warm. A low of like 41 next week. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go next week or the following. But I do need to get a larger sleeping bag. Or I need to lose weight. So pretty sure the larger sleeping bag. Anyway, I hope you guys, I know this is a little bit different of a video for me, but something I've always been interested in, and hope you guys enjoyed it. And stay tuned for the, can't really call it backcountry, the Perry County front country camping trip. Just sitting here this morning, kind of enjoying the peace along the river.